What's up, guys? What are we up to tonight? Who's in here? Oh, I better turn that off. Turbo, what's happening? It's not just lifter, Tom. This one got hot and dropped 3 valve seats, so it started spitting rockers. It got pretty ugly. That was a 0947 with the 16 spark plugs. Yeah, it was some major carnage. Definitely not seen one in a long time, but I knew as soon as I heard it and saw it, I knew what the problem was. So I think, did you see the picture I put up? Was it last Tuesday of that valve seat sticking out of the valve? That was that Ford 47 plastic water pumping pillar. Yep. Screen door on a submarine. That is right. Yeah, I don't know why they went to that kind of crap, but they did. And they did it for a long time. And they got away with it for a little while. But what's up, Unfinished? That same 47, the water pump is what took out the engine. So we already diagnosed it last week. Sold the job, but motor didn't show up till close to the end of the week, so I didn't get started on it yet. So there was so I actually got it running long enough to actually pull it in the shop, and man, was it running bad. I think it only had 4 cylinders, like 2 on each side, that was actually running right. Put a Hemi in it. Well, he wants to keep the same 47. So that's what we did. From an hour outside of Philly. What up, Dylan? So your work take you outside of Philly? Hour ain't enough, Levi. Did you drive across Dayton to get there, Dylan? Oh, waiting for the morning to go to these 3 different company meetings. No, I flew. You flew? Okay, that's fine. Philly is a long drive, yeah. I know, but he drives everywhere else. I figured he'd have drove. Old McDonald. Thumbnail reminds me of the time I had to fix a seized overhead camshaft in my girlfriend's Pinto. Yeah. I never got to mess with any of those engines, but I think from what I learned, um, they were similar to the Chrysler 22s. I'm busy. Yeah, of course you would. Well, put the baby on there at least. So the baby is away, and there she is. All right. All right. Love you. Bye. It's an hour and a half flight. It's like 8 hours to drive. Okay, yeah, I dig it. That's the whole reason I never drove to Sykeston by myself. It's 8 hours, so that's why I didn't do it. You spent the weekend at Universal. I know. I saw the pictures. It was cool. I think the Pinto 2 was the same as the 2.3 overhead. Maybe. Like I said, I never got to play with any. That was I started in the wrenching. You know, I was still working on mid to late '80s cars, so I never got to play with any Pintos or anything like that. I got to play with all the high emissions vehicles and crap. What's up, Twisted? And I hated that, the Buicks and Oldsmobiles and everything with all the ARR tubes and pumps and everything else. Oh, God, it was so sickening. Why don't you convoy with us, meet you at Jim near Kentucky Speedway? I could do that. I could totally do that. Yeah, because Kentucky Speedway, I think, is about an hour from here. And I'm good with driving that. 30th birthday. That's cool. So if Jason doesn't end up going, then that's what I'll do. It's 20 minutes for me if you go slow. I want to take my car, so I'll be towing. Oh, wait. Are you talking to me, old Mike? Owned a Pinto wagon at one time. Yeah, my aunt and uncle owned a Pinto. I'll be towing Model T. We know. Yeah, so I'm going to book an appointment with Jason at Sykeston. I gotcha. No, I think he's going to be using his rental to go down there, and hopefully, I think he said it has a hitch on it, so he'll be pulling the cart with it. I think I might have to go over and See if we can't make the push to get the motor thrown in that damn car, though. He's so damn tired when he gets home that, he busts his ass all day because he's by himself. May have to go over and, so to speak. Anybody else seen Wilburn? Yeah, I saw it. It was sad. You know what? I don't know if you were there for that. So the S10 went to Hunter, and Jason's basically back into his roots with a Fox body. It's a super, super sweet, clean car. Much as I don't want him back in a Stang, but it is what it is. Dan, he may have mentioned it last year, but it was very subtle, very kind of quick. So anything that anybody ever talked about. Bill's Fush. Yep, that's right. We've seen that a lot. Well, I don't know how many of those went to those. Oh heck, the Ford Motorsports races, and yeah, I saw the bus fire too. That was a pretty cool video. But I don't know how many of the Mustangs showed up at Chevy power plants and they got disqualified. He kept on telling him he wanted to go fast, put a Chevy in them. Which I don't really fully agree with that, because Jason's 351 was fast. It was quick as hell. But, there's a lot of die-hard Ford guys. There's a lot of die-hard racers that don't care what power plant's in it. And then there's everybody else that, I don't know that any old Chryslers that had a Chevy motor in it, because I think all of them stuck to old Chrysler engines, but lots of old Fords had small block Chevys. Bad laptop battery. Wow. I just saw that. If I had to run a Chevy engine, it would be in a Chevy. Yeah, some people are just purists like that. Oh yeah, that's right. He does. I want to get a Mopar and run an LS. Oh, Chrysler stayed Chrysler so they could win. Well, so to speak. Everybody. There's always something faster, no matter what. That's a damn guarantee. I think Dylan, you need to get on Tony's live and say that. He'd probably block you. LA? Or do you mean LS? As many of cars and everything I've worked on, I've driven a lot, worked on a lot, and they're all of them can be fast. Chrysler LA Motors small block. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And there's a ton of old Mopar race cars that are light. I think it would be amazing. Beat all the Mopar fanatics at Chevy Power Plant. Yeah, well, they're not all going to do that. That's for sure. Detroit Motors. Oh. Yeah, one of my good friends that's built a hell out of his 440 and his satellite, and he had a big, I think it was a solid flat tappet. Don. Oh, there's Don. Yeah, he snuck in there. Not quite long enough yet. Hi, Marissa. Um, but yeah, he built the hell out of this 440, and he didn't beat me. I think I was running 12 O's then, and he can only squeak a 1310 out of his, and I had a little bitty hydraulic engine, probably 9.5 to 1, but I just had a real good combination. Yep, he's right around the corner from you, Don. I'm in a PA Fogelsville or something like that. I don't know, whatever that means. Bruh, what's up? So is Max Wedge, but he's 3 hours away. Damn. That narrows it down, Levi. There's a guy that has an appointment with an RV in Sykeston. It's probably bound to happen sometime in September, right, Dylan? Yeah, sometime. I'm just guessing. Dons are like Dans. Cool. They're cool as hell. Oh, 130 miles. Damn it. Man, years ago, I went out to a old war site. I don't remember where in the hell it was. This is before we got on the YouTube and knew Don. Valentine was just made by the steel industry, leaving. Oh, you're coming back across I-80 on your way back through. Let me zoom out here. Where's that? That's Dolls Arboretum. Billy. No. Smithing, I drove like 200 miles yesterday and crossed the state line like 3 times. Where the heck is this place at? Flint? No. What was it? Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh. Was it? There's the Trolley Museum. Dang it, I can't remember. We're on 220 South. Where's this thing at? Mount Pleasant? Was that it? Oh. That was loud. I saw that picture, Dylan. How the hell did you manage that? That's freaky. I think I saw that on Facebook. How did you do that? First time my parents said, look, we're entering West Virginia. I said, I'm trying to find this damn place we went to. Broke ass. Broke ass with no camera.
Done with this thing. No, actually, I've got my my printer's plugged into it, and it's printing off a bunch of shit. I'm hoping you can't hear it.
No, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's like 6 feet away.
I can't remember where in the hell that place was I went to in Pennsylvania. It was a couple hours in, or maybe an hour in. I can't remember now. But we went and looked at a couple spots where they had one of the big fights in the war.
What was it?
One of the, I don't know if it was a Revolutionary War or whichever. There was a big battle.
Battlefield. Yeah. Probably just naked. Yeah. Yeah, probably Valley Forge, like Dan said. Yeah.
I can't find it. I don't think it was Valley Forge. It was called something else.
Yeah, it was called fucking Pittsburgh.
Well, it was before Pittsburgh, though. You could actually dig up musket balls and all kinds of shit. There was such a long pipe there. Shit was scary. I'm used to a lift for metals protecting me. Yeah.
Was it Gettysburg?
No.
No, Gettysburg's in fucking.
No,
Virginia.
it was like a no name where they were all crossing paths, and it was kind of by accident how it happened. And
Let's see. Yeah, Gettysburg's a big one, but
right.
East Cavalry, Jamonville, Bushy
Jamon?
Run, Brandywine, Fort Necessity.
It was Fort something, I think.
Let me look on the map here.
That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, shit, that's West Virginia.
That's West by God. It's like Friendship Hill is like the closest one to Ohio. Did you take 70 in? Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you took 70 in, it's Bushy Run or Fort Leonore. I don't know what it is. Somerset.
Yep, that was it. Right there. Yeah.
I remember you talking about it.
It was cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway. Gettysburg is closer to the lower center of the state.
Man, I got fucking slammed today.
Doing what?
Doing RV work. People just that little warm spell got everybody, oh, we got to get our shit ready to go. I'm like, well, we're getting ready to leave. We're going to be gone. We're going to Vegas Sunday. So,
like,
I got to get this shit done. Of course, I think it's going to get cold again anyway. So,
yeah, dumb freaking weather.
Mm-hmm.
It was so
degrees
nice
yesterday.
It was 64 degrees. We had all the bay doors open.
Yeah. It was 68 yesterday when I was up in Beaver Creek. I was working on one of Tolo's motorhomes that he's selling all of them because the guy we bought ours from. And I was like, God dang, I'm sweating.
It was yesterday when it was nice as hell, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was killer. We set a record here yesterday. I think they said it was 67 at the airport. My van said 68, and I had all the doors open on it, so it had to have been pretty close.
Yeah.
And the sun was shining. And I was like, oh, man, it's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I laid down on the concrete in that building. I was like, whoa, it's cold down here.
Old McDonald had another 4 to 5 inches yesterday, expecting 2 more storms in the next 5 days.
Yeah, they're saying there's going to be, well, it's like Wednesday night here. It's going to be rain, change over to freezing rain.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to have a thunderstorm at night because it's going to warm up overnight into Thursday. I'm like,
yeah.
What the
Yeah,
frick?
I saw Ryan Hall, y'all, talking about that one.
Yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all. He's the man.
He said the Midwest, it said is going to possibly spin up some twisters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sun definitely does, yeah.
Dude, it was cold this morning.
I was out Sunday, out farting around the van, just organizing stuff, and I had like a hoodie on, and I had my heated vest, but I didn't have the heat turn on, but it's black, and my back was facing towards the sun. I was like, God dang, I'm warm. I like it.
Well, having the doors open yesterday, it was just like such a tease because today we couldn't keep the doors closed. It was just like
yeah.
we'd open it long enough to move a car, and then it took forever for the shop to warm back up.
I was like, tonight I got back and then I ran up and put diesel in the truck because I'm like, I got to go out in the sticks where they're building these new houses. Everybody's got campers out in it's a spot out in it's by Caesars Creek. They're building all these freaking houses out there, and like everybody that's there working has brought their campers. And I got 2 of them to work on tomorrow, and I'm like, and it is a mud hole. I'm like, I'm not taking the van. I about got the van stuck yesterday. I'm like, I'm taking the truck. So I was.
Is the same guy hosting it? That'd be cool.
Oh, big. What's his name? What was his name?
Big Rob?
No, it was Big something. I can't think of what his name was, but yeah, it is coming back. Well,
Yeah, Don, if I have to leave early, it's got to be 10 or 15 minutes because 5 minutes doesn't help me at all going through Huber Heights. Brian Boss. Boss one. Yeah, I didn't know his name.
Yeah, it is Brian Boss, I think. If I remember right. I don't know.
So anyway, it'd be cool to have him back. What was that one show where they guessed everybody's times?
That's Pink's. It was Pink's. Yeah, what was that? No, that wasn't Pink's. You're right. Yeah. That same guy did Pink's, but
yeah.
Brian Boss was like what was he, like a wrestler guy or something? But God, what was that? Pink's All Out. What the heck? What? Pastime. That's
it. Yeah.
I had to think about it for a minute. Yeah.
I knew it was coming, but you got it.
Right. Yeah, you got to kind of reverse. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm thinking Pastime. Yeah.
Yeah, Pastime. That was some cool shit.
Yeah, Rich Christensen was the guy that did Pink's. Yeah. Yeah, Pastime's the guy I was thinking of. Sorry. Andy Wood was actually on Pastime back in the day. I don't know if you guys know that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it got fucking busy again. I gotta go out tomorrow or not tomorrow, but Thursday. Got one of my customers that I went and worked on their motorhome. They got like a 72 Olds 442. He got a whole new wiring harness for it. He wants me to put in from like American Wire or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, it's just like Painless.
Yeah. So I got to put that shit in.
It really doesn't take that long. The worst part is the instrument cluster. You have to pin it to that car.
Yeah, I figured that's what it's going to be. But he worked at Oldsmobile at the dealerships back then, back in the 70s. So he's got everything pulled out. So he's like, I took everything out and everything's out of the way. He's like, I just want you to put it in. I'm like, okay. But I looked up some videos and they got some good instructions and stuff. So
I know. Cody told me, Marissa. She had a tensioner pulley brake on the Jeep. And the new
what are you doing, Snoopy?
Complex owners of the apartments, zero tolerance on working on cars. They can't even change a tire.
Lee, go upstairs. Go on. I gotta chase this dog upstairs before he gets in the cat box. That's his favorite place to eat.
Get some Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah. No. Wrong way. Go. Down here.
Let me come down here
Down here looking for some soft serve.
Marissa,
Give me
just
some of that soft serve.
drive it out on Old Yellow Springs Road out of the apartments, throw a pulley on it, put the belt on, be done.
What up, Jeremy?
Hey, Jeremy, what's going on?
Well, that's because people have taken advantage of it, and they'll be out there freaking changing a motor in the parking lot, and car's jacked up for 3 days, and then it catches on fire or some dumb shit, you know.
What you talking about?
Yeah, right. Have the whole body lifted up, put the frame under and shit. Yeah, exactly. Cat's done with it. Why can't I eat it? Yeah, exactly.
So I think the worst thing that me and Jim did a camshaft in his Camaro in Overlook, but in Fairborn Apartments, the only thing I did to my car was I worked on the rear end in my car, but nothing serious. Did the tune up to the Astro van, but the guy across the street, JB, what up?
JB, help for hardware man.
The guy across the street, on the other hand, put a rear main seal in his 4.3 Astro van, and he made a gigantic fucking mess.
Oh, I bet.
Ron, what's going on, dude? Needed to steam yourself in the shower, huh? Are you sick? I know Bobby still wasn't feeling good today.
Yeah, that's what Hunter said. He hadn't been
He
in.
sounds a little better, but he still says he doesn't feel 100% yet.
He did a water pump. Nice. Excuse me.
Pump in the hospital parking lot once. Yeah. Yeah, I've done all kinds of stuff like that, but I've never actually changed a motor. I think all of my motor swaps I did at Jason's. Transmission, clutch.
Oh, I remember when we did that. We were putting the engine in Uncle Steve's Vega out in front of the house at Grandma's, and
Oh my God.
the neighbors got all pissed off about it.
Those people.
Yeah. My messenger on Facebook got hacked and started getting all kinds of weird shit the other day. I actually shut it down for 2 days. It was kind of nice. And then Cindy freaked out because she was like, our group, like our friends from Clancy's and stuff, they're like, who's this Facebook user? And I'm like, that's me. I fucking shut my shit down. So I turned it back on. I was like, it ain't gonna be on for long. Like I'm tired of all the Facebook Messenger, fucking Instagram bullshit that I get.
I don't have my notifications turned on, so I don't know when I get a message.
Well, my problem is I ran an ad for it wasn't the rentals. I didn't do one for the rentals. I'm not going to, but I ran an ad for the RV stuff, and Meta charges you per click, so you get all this fucking spam shit clicking on your ads, and it's like it's nothing but garbage. So they took a bunch of money from me and pissed me off. So I turned all that off. Well, then now it's almost like they just directed all the bullshit to me,
Yeah. I think my brakes, now that you say that, Dan, I think my brakes started making noise.
Swallow
on my way
motor
home
pizza.
today. Pizza Hut.
We don't even have Pizza Huts around here anymore. That sucks.
Yeah.
I like Pizza
Yeah,
Hut.
there's still we've got one near Huber somewhere.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like a little carry out delivery one, not a dine in one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right because I think there was one in Centerville when I worked at Dare. It was just a little carry out deal.
On Old Troy.
Troy, yeah.
Only bad thing is about Pizza Hut is it normally goes straight through me. They coat that thing with so much butter.
Oh yeah, yeah. They lube it up good, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight in, straight out.
Yeah, but I don't. I know I've done a starter alternator somewhere at some point in someone's parking lot, but I love their breadsticks, but pizza leaves much to be desired. Yeah. Pizza Hut Bell? What? Is it shared with a Taco Bell? Oh, okay. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. I got you. Pizza Hut was okay pizza, but I prefer Domino's. A lot of people don't like Domino's, Dan. Can't do Hooters.
Hooters.
Too distracting.
That's like Twin Peaks that we got here now. It's like, good Lord.
So I went in there a few weeks ago, and one of the server's boyfriends was there and caused a big ruckus.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they don't know how to act.
Lars, what's up, man?
Lars, what's up, buddy?
Shit, we had some guy outside the shop today. To be honest, me and Jeremy both said the same thing. We thought he was yelling at Hunter because of how ridiculous Hunter drives.
Yeah.
We figured he was out there screaming at Hunter, and so I grabbed my gun out of my toolbox. Me and Jeremy opened the bay door and look, and no, a customer picking up a car had to go around a busted ass van in the median, and the guy in this Ford pickup truck was just pissed off because he slowed down faster than he wanted him to.
Right.
And he was just like, "You could have killed me," and I put a thumbs up and smiled, and me and Jeremy closed the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, dude.
Dude, I went down to Advance the other day to pick up some oil. You got to slow down and turn on to Bayside, or was it Bayside or Barrett? Yeah, Bayside.
Yeah.
And I'm slowing down a turn. I got my turn signal on. This guy's behind me blowing the horn at me. It's 2 lanes. I'm like, am I not allowed to fucking turn? Like, I put my hand out, like, get over in the other lane and go around me. I'm like, what is wrong with people?
A lot.
Guess I'm not allowed to turn. Like, just like.
Well, Friday, I had a meeting at the bank to talk to the guy about my retirement stuff. And speaking of which, I need to tell you about that. But I leave the bank, and I'm in the turn lane on Chambersburg, turning left on Old Troy. I turned on Old Troy, and this red Nissan Altima went busting around me like he was steering so hard, the body was rolling.
Right.
And I thought for sure he was going to spin out. He freaking turned so hard. So he's driving like a damn maniac all the way down Old Troy, and we get to just past that donut shop, and he cuts someone else off, and everybody starts blowing the horn. Dude, there was an actual Huber Heights cop sitting up there and saw it all. I was like,
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
yeah. So
Pretty
he
good
got pulled
shit.
over at that gas station. I can't remember what it's called. It's some weird name. Just before Needmore. No, Dan, he was actually sitting and saw him do it. He was actually sitting and paying attention. So he pulls him over at that gas station just before Needmore in that church.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll the window down and drive by and looking at him and smile and went, ha ha.
Yeah. Hey, driver, you can't park there.
Oh, dude, it felt so good to see him get
Yeah,
pulled
instant
over.
karma. Yeah.
Yep. Don, you may want to reward that.
What the hell is
Now,
this?
typically the cops are, driving down the road and see somebody and they, drive up on them really fast. Riverside cops, these dickheads around here, typically they're pretty cool, but I've had a couple of them just rush up on the back of me like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Dan, not young, just horny. Brooke didn't go with you this time?
Oh, shoot.
Get used to it.
Yeah. Expect letdowns.
Well, anywho,
Anywho,
what do you got going on, Jason? You busy tomorrow too?
yeah. Yeah, Dad called me, needed me to help him this morning, and I was running behind. I was like, well, I gotta go do a job, and then got stuck there for like fucking 5 hours. He's like, oh, I'll have somebody else take me to the doctor or whatever. Fucking locked himself out of the house.
Yeah, he told me.
Calls me fucking freaking out. And I'm like, I don't even know if I got a key to the house. Well, I did, but it wouldn't work. He's like, oh, you gotta jiggle around. And finally, I got it unlocked.
Yeah, I've still got a key. I had to use it, I think, one day last year or year before.
Well, Grandma, maybe she made you the same one. It was a Cincinnati Reds one. And it's like all worn off of it. And I was like, I think this is the key because it's red,
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't work. And then I thought I remembered Dad gave me a key to the back door. And then,
Hey, Vic, did you get your tire done?
how you doing, buddy? I saw he found a little baby stone soup car on there today. He posted it. I was like, that's cool. So now I got him in there, and then I was talking to Bill, and I said, Bill, I'm gonna get a key made for the front door and give it to you. He's like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, good, because I said, this is retarded. I said, he's lucky I was home. Like I was getting ready to go out on the road.
That guy was going to drive Dad to the shop and get my house key.
Yeah.
But then
I don't even know who the F that guy is.
Charles.
I have no idea.
That's her buddy.
Oh. Well, that explains what Bill said, but I'm not going to disclose that on here. But I asked, I said, Bill, I said, if I get a copy of this key made, like, can you keep it for me? He's like, yeah, I'll keep it for you. It's like, well, we're dealing with Cindy's mom stuff where she's losing her mind. And it's like, I think Dad's going down the same rabbit hole. So it's like, why would you? The guy's got everything in the world in his pockets. Like, why wouldn't you leave with your keys? It's like,
well, he wasn't driving, so he didn't take his keys.
Yeah, but we've had this discussion. We see it coming,
Unfortunately, we've seen it coming.
But I mean, it would be okay for them to have a key anyway in case something else is going on. They need to get in the house. Like when Grandma tried to burn the house down and Bob got in the back door, luckily, and so
yeah,
believe me. Yeah, Cindy's mom she's going downhill pretty quick.
Dude, Dad keeps more shit in his pockets than God should allow.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
He used to have this pocket protector. He had screwdrivers and pens and blowgun and a bunch of other shit. Mm-hmm. Hey, Wendy.
Zacto and I. What's up, Wendy?
That was Grandpa to Zacto.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dude, do you know how much? You remember that Progressive Press Dad has for the reloading?
Yeah.
You remember how much he paid for it?
I do not.
It was like $250 or $300 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know how much it is now?
$2,500.
Not quite that much, but it was like $850.
Wow.
And I told Dad, I'm like, you don't need to buy that. He wanted to buy a Progressive for the 44 mag.
I know. You don't even never go fucking shoot the damn thing.
He's waiting for me to take him.
I know. Well, he's always waiting for somebody to do something for him. It's like,
I was like, drive your happy ass over that indoor range in Beaver Creek and go shoot it.
Yep. No, he won't because he ain't got nobody to hold his hand. I'm so lonely.
I've never been before. I'm like, how many times you tell us we'll go check it out?
Yeah.
I'm having a frantic time trying to keep up with this mess. I just wanted to say howdy. Hope you guys are up. Yeah, we're getting better. Everybody's not so sick anymore, but you get your thing done, dude, and we'll holler at you.
Yeah, take it easy, Vic. We're chilling.
Dan, that's why I quit. I threw that fucking vape across the fucking house, and I've not touched it since, and that's been
exactly
4 years. I was so aggravated with that thing because, when I was smoking cigarettes, when I got low, I knew, okay, yep, I'm going to go buy some cigarettes here soon. But with that vape, I didn't think about when it was going to run out.
Yeah, when it dies, right?
Die. So
did you die? I don't know.
Right. When I was smoking cigarettes, I'd always have cigarettes in the truck, in my toolbox, at home. So I always had a pack of cigarettes somewhere.
Right. You had a couple in the truck.
Yeah. So hell, fuck all that. Thirsty Thursday on Tuesday.
Cheers, brother man.
All vaping does is destroy your lungs by blowing holes in. Well, it was more of helping to break the habit, which it did, because it pissed me off to no end.
Yeah, you're like, screw this thing.
Well, even at your house, it would die or something, and I'd start using yours, and then one of us would have to go get the freaking refills. I'm like, "Grr."
So have the tariffs affected you yet?
We have a hell of a time getting parts.
Well, the thing I see is literally all the parts that go into a motorhome are made in overseas, and
Huh?
it's not really going to affect me. It's going to affect my customers because I'm going to pass the cost on to them, So, I mean, I think I'm in a good place because I'm a lot cheaper than the dealers are, but like some people, if it's the same stuff I've done before, they're going to be like, what the heck? I'm like, hey, contact
Our
your local
parts
administration.
availability here the last week, last 2 weeks. No, it's been the last week. Last week was
Exactly, old McDonald. He said, like I
I
said,
finally got that
I don't really,
Challenger done.
I'm not really worried about it. It's just, like I said, I'm going to just have to pass the cost off to my customer. That's the only difference. So.
Dude, Mopar Parts has been the absolute worst parts to get.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Mopar have been the worst parts to get for anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, most of them are made in Canada and Mexico. So, people act like it's been a problem. People act like it wasn't a problem. Well, it's been a problem. So,
that's a lot, Jeremy. Well, I know I got that Challenger done Saturday. Do you see that short I made, Jason?
I don't know.
It's got that dual disc clutch kit and that RT.
Oh, yeah.
So that was $1,600. Had to order from Summit or Jegs, one or the other. No one else had it. What's up, BNR?
What's up, Ryan?
Brian, yeah. I keep forgetting that. That's the other brother, isn't it? Yeah, we finally got that from them, and it was wrong the first time, so we had to get another one. And then he poured transmission fluid in the master cylinder.
Oh, geez.
So that destroyed the clutch master. We already put a slave in it because we were already down there.
Oh, wow. Big Brian stayed at the same resort down in Mexico that we stayed at. It's freaking awesome.
Sweet. What about necessities, everyone? Yeah. Mopar map sensor are made in Mexico. Oh. Wow. Yeah, we're getting ready to do cam lifters and a Challenger, but we're not getting Mopar parts. We're doing Michigan Motorsports.
Yeah.
And it's got everything there they need.
Yeah, Michigan Motorsports or Texas Speed. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Well, or Brian Tooley, but Brian Tooley's more LS stuff. They're not really Hemi stuff. So.
F47 is in bad shape. Yes, sir. I think it spit 3 cylinders on one side and 1 on the other. So it was running off of 1 cylinder on one side and only 3 cylinders on the other side. And one had a valve hung open. So it was barely running, but it was running enough to where I could get it in the shop. We got a nice electric fuel pump from BNR. JB, you need to mount it back by the tank and kind of somewhat level with it. You don't want it too high above the fuel tank.
Yeah, you need it closer to the tank because they push better than they pull, JB.
Why do you say that, Dylan? We've used them like crazy.
He's talking about that white box junk that you can buy on eBay is what he's talking about. They'll label it as BTR, but it's junk.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely lower than a tank, so it'll siphon into it. Yeah.
What's up, Damien? Yep.
Yeah, the external pump does need to be lower than a tank, so it'll siphon. You're right. Got to have gravity feed to that baby.
That's where mine is.
Yeah.
I recall, what the heck was that? Oh, come on. I recall Dodge production of aluminum cylinder heads in Mexico that era. Press fit on valve seats wasn't always no. I did so many 4.7s, rebuilt a ton of them for that reason. Listening in, working on the harness for the Slow Rango. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've got to do some harness work on mine after replacing my whole car harness, but it shouldn't take long. JB under the truck near the fuel cell is best. I always stay close to the tank and at least lower than the lowest point of the tank. He means the Norango? No Rango.
No Rango.
Pick up that back singer. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I've got that. My exit for my fuels at the back of the fuel cell, at the back of the car. Michigan Motorsports is just a sketchy company. They have said a ton of bad parts to the guy who does the dyno work for my car. Oh, we've yet to have any problems. I mean, we've so far so good. I did a 17 LT engine cam swap, DOD delete. Sent them the PCM to be tuned, but man, it took them forever. Yeah, that is true. We were trying to talk to him about dad's stuff, and they didn't. There was no reply from the email. Still need to run a fuel return on that thing. Want easy access to my fuel pump. Yeah, I could totally dig that, Dylan. I didn't think about that side. I'm thinking about the cars I work on, as a daily. We did a stage 2 upgrade in this guy's pickup truck. And it did. It took forever to get a reply back. It kept on throwing a code for intake air temp sensor 2, and we could only find one. That Mallory Compound 4110 has a different spring installed for you. No fuel pressure regulator required. Optional 6 psi set. Yeah. Yeah, that needle and seat should be able to hold, what, 7-8 pounds? And that 110 pump don't pump no more than that.
I'll tell you what, his little S10 sounds good with those mufflers on it.
Yeah, it does. You can hear Jason scrolling. I don't think that was scrolling.
That's my printer.
Oh, that was the printer. Yeah, my earbuds took a crap tonight. I tried to put them on, and one would connect, and I connect the other one, and I'd lose my mic, so they're in the trash. I'm going to have to find me a different set.
Yeah, my printer's printing off a bunch of manuals and shit. I tried to keep it as far away as I could.
Yeah, I think most of everybody I know, when it comes down to real big hot rod shit, they went to BTR or Texas Speed. I don't think Michigan Motorsports they actually dealt with for super quick stuff. I think I still have my Mallory pump because I had to rebuild it. I've got Jason's old Carter pump right there.
They sent that to me for free. Believe it or not.
Well, I thought my pump was bad, and that's why I got that. And the whole time, my that little Teflon ball had plugged up in the fuel cell.
I don't remember who it was. I think it was Marosa. They sent us a fuel pump, an air cleaner. Man, what else did they send to us? It was kind of cool. Back when you got free shit from the NHRA,
I don't know. Does Cletus actually own part of Texas Speed? I think it was Motion that he is part of, not Texas Speed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he owns a Texas Speed, and now he owns part of the drag strip too there at Bradenton. So
right, no, was it Texas Speed? I thought he had Motion because he helped him.
No, it's Motion Raceworks that he owns.
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of it, so.
Yeah.
But hey, that guy's he's got tentacles. Like he's out there now. So
yeah. It was Motion Race.
He's going to run the NASCAR race in an ARCA car next week. So
I do know he doesn't own Texas Speed, but they sell him shit far cheaper than what we could buy it for.
Right. Yeah, he's just sponsored. Yeah. Well, it's like they got tires from Mickey Thompson for that whatever thing they did down at Sick Week, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Well, yeah, he's good at advertising. He's the number one automotive channel on YouTube. So, yeah.
Oh, what did Dylan say?
He's a hard worker, man. He's on it constantly. So,
Oh, wow. That would suck.
all right. Well, I'm going to jump out of here.
All
Y'all
right,
have a
bro.
good night. I need to go to bed. I got crap load of stuff to do the rest of the week. So, I don't know if I'll be on Thursday or not. I definitely wasn't last week because I had dad's surgery and then they did that crap to my wrist. So,
Right.
but it's feeling better. So,
As long as it's feeling better. That was the
yeah,
whole
it's
idea.
feeling good.
Yeah, Jeremy
They
went
gave
and
me
got shots in his back today.
They gave me this big ass crazy fucking brace I got to put on. So,
Is it supposed to be something permanent?
no, I got to go back in 3 weeks because I got that thing in my wrist and then my two little fingers go numb. Though that's in my elbow. It's like an ulnar nerve or something. So
Yeah.
when I get back from vacation, they're gonna look at that and see what that's gonna need. So
So
they
the
said my
elbow
wrist.
brace,
I don't have carpal tunnel or anything. So
the elbow
that's
brace
good.
doesn't help the ulnar nerve.
It does actually.
Yeah. Because when mine hurts, I put my brace on for a couple days
Mhm.
and then I'm good for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got the brace on. I'm good, but it's such a pain in the ass to do anything with my brace on. So, but, all right. Everybody enjoy. I'll see you soon.
All right. Be
Wow.
safe tomorrow, bro.
All right. You too.
All right. See ya.
See you.
Whose C10 were you working on, Damien? That was a nice ass truck. Yeah, Dan, you need to maybe get on there and get updated on Cletus's stuff because not only does he own the Freedom Factory and he's really, really turned it around and it's really nice. He's got tons of events going on there all the time, but he now owns half of the drag strip and they're changing a few other things and combining a few things to try and make to where they can hold, larger events there. So yeah, he's making some big changes and hopefully being able to keep everything open. Been running into a few car guys at work helping the cobble together for stuff for the cars. Heck yeah, that's what's fun about it. I mean, I don't know how many people me and Jason's helped to get all that stuff together. 70C10 3.0 supercharger. Is that a customer's car? So he owns half of the drag strip now, Dan. Damn. So years back, all the cars that I worked on at this place years ago for a car lot, I had to switch everything over back to stock. Any cold air intakes, anything like that had to go back to factory spec. So we had a Suburban come in, 05 or 06, something like that. Um, um, had a supercharger on it, little Whipple charger. Well, they made me take all of that off, harness, pulleys, computer, everything, and put all factory components back on it. So I had that stuff for a long time, just sitting there waiting to be used. And some dude gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I sold it to him. Well, he also gave me a fast intake with injectors and other stuff, and I sold that to my buddy when he rebuilt his car. So I don't like that stuff to be sitting around collecting dust. It drives me crazy. I'd rather someone use it. Just got in the house. Okay, Wendy. Dealer should have just sold it. And no. So every single car they have to sell with a warranty. And it's all factory parts. If they'd have sold that with a warranty and then something happened, the warranty company wouldn't cover it. So everything had to go back stock. It had to go or it wouldn't be covered. So, I had planned on, doing LS stuff, in the Camaro and other projects, but it just never happened. It just wasn't the time. So I let it all go. Me and Jason were supposed to get a Caprice or Impala wagon, like a 92. And we were going to do all that to that wagon. Well, the guy wouldn't let it go because he found out what we're getting ready to do to it, and he decided not to sell it to us. And yeah, so instead of it sitting there collecting dust, I got rid of it. What is the probability of stuffing a supercharged 300 pound? No, dude. It can happen. It's just a son of a beach to do. Get a 5th gen Camaro for LS exploits. Well, I almost got a 2010 Camaro that I was going to put all of my drivetrain in years back, but the car was destroyed. BDP, Jeremy, you got a nice Caprice wagon. Yeah. Whipple's brake. Oh. Good night, Ron. Take it easy, dude. Well, for the price I got it for, it was well worth it. So, drivetrain parts. That's okay. I got paid to remove it and install all the other parts, and then he wanted nothing to do with it because the way this guy was, if it wasn't factory, it wasn't right. Felt 3 years old again when I rode in a last gen Camaro. Greenhouse line was. Oh, yeah. They're pretty strong. I'd say probably within the next couple years, if my motor doesn't let go, I'm probably gonna throw a turbo on it, but I got to change my fuel injection. Yeah, you do. Real low. But I've looked into all kinds of different options, but this motor's just too good to me. It's not an LS, it's just a standard small block, but it runs really damn good. So one day it might get LS, but as of right now, no. Well, Brian, I built mine to take the abuse, but I didn't know when I got the fuel injection that it wasn't a blow through. So yeah, in a second gen. Yeah, I worked on my bottom end a whole lot to hopefully hold the abuse. That's the reason. Hell, it was together for, well, it did sit for like 10 years in my driveway because I wiped the camshaft out. But so for 8 years before that, um, it ran 12 O's and I beat the piss out of the poor thing, and the whole bottom end was perfect. The bearings were good, everything. And I revved it too high and wiped out the camshaft. I don't think it's more overkill than I did um, lightweight, balanced, all that good stuff. And I didn't put stock parts in, but I didn't put the most expensive in either. It's um, just good, sturdy shit. Yeah. And I don't know if you can ever overbuild, although, I mean, there's no reason to put $25,000 set of rods in an engine that's only turning 7,000 RPM either. I like seeing over restored and over tuned together in a classic. Yeah. No, it was a hydraulic flat tap at my original one. It was only like 472 hydraulic, and I was mad and took it out in the car. And yeah, I bounced it off the chip at 7,000 a couple times, or 68. But this engine, on the other hand, this is a solid roller, and it wants 7,500, but I only take it 7,000. Yeah, I was told that I was very abusive to that hydraulic, but damn, it ran good. It ran 12 O's. That was we didn't expect anything out of the 13s. And then I put my good cylinder heads on it, better ignition system, and a 750, and it went. Oh, I always do. We have a valve spring checker that we go between all of us. Um, our buddy James, he's got a 9-second Firebird that he runs in points all the time. We've talked about him, but he's got the spring checker, and when he's done with it, he'll holler at me. I'll go over and grab it, check mine, check Dad's. But this spring, before I start it up, I'll check the spring pressure, and then if it's okay, I'll drive it and then check it once it's hot and make sure it doesn't get weak after it gets hot. But it's been together for together and running for, I think, 3 years. And it's been a beast. It doesn't have a big triple spring on it or nothing. It's just a double spring for like a 630 solid roller. I don't beat on it all the time. I do cruise it ish. Hot Wheels. What's happening? Oh no. No, that's going to be Dad's 421 when it goes together. It's going to be a 8500 9000. But that's I told him we're not going to take it that high. Like a pretty woman, dude. Yeah. Um, oh, yeah, we're good, man. How are you? It's actually, with it being bored and everything, it actually comes out to be a 427. So it ought to be a screamer. Now that our buddy James and that Firebird, the one that runs nines, he's got a 421 in his that it's pretty nasty, and it he runs in the high nines. Oh. Well, guys, much as I hate to do it, but about time to put my ass in the shower and go to bed. When you go there, later, Jeremy. Ow. I'm back. I go. Yeah, that's how it goes. No, I'm washing it all, JB. It's all got to stink purty. Later, Damien. Take it easy, dude. When you go there, Rob, check out the Running Around Cam profiles. You can drive and drag more forgiving. I'll look into that. I like having the power come on fast. That's makes me feel good. Later, Rich. Hey, man. How are you? Later, Tom. Brian, take it easy. You're supposed to be in bed. I have a few things to get done also. Everyone have a great night. Thanks, JB. Rounding around is endurance plus horsepower and broad torque. Yeah. Yeah, my other camshaft I've looked at is not. I'm waiting to see if this motor is going to last or not. If it don't last, I'm LSing it because I can do all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah, I need to get another marker. This one's kind of wore out. You can barely read that 269 now. So, well, anyway, you all take it easy. Have a good, rest of your week. Stay warm. Love you, John Wilburn. So, yeah, I will, man. I will. I'll holler at him tomorrow. We got to go get a couple things for Pops. Good night, Brian. Good night, everybody. Take her all easy. Thursday, maybe, but definitely Tuesday. See ya.